Listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is not just a story. It's a wake-up call. Picture this: Ibrahim Traoré, the president of Burkina Faso, standing in front of cameras, facing a packed room in Ouagadougou. No script in his hands, no teleprompter guiding his words, just raw truth straight from his heart. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He looked into that camera and said what many African leaders have been too afraid to say for decades. His message wasn't just for Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. It was for anyone, any foreign power, who still thinks Africa is their playground. You've heard the rumors, right? About Netanyahu supposedly warning African leaders to stay in line or face consequences? Well, Traoré said it plain and simple. Whether he said it or not, I don't care. The message was loud and clear. And Traoré, he wasn't having it. He told the world, we are not your colony. We are not your pawns. We are sovereign, and we'll fight for our freedom with everything we've got. The room went silent. You could feel the weight of his words pressing down on everyone there, but he didn't stop. He leaned in and made it crystal clear. Burkina Faso doesn't answer to Tel Aviv. We don't answer to Washington. We don't answer to anyone who thinks they can buy us or bomb us into submission. That wasn't just a political statement. It was a call for dignity, for sovereignty, for unity. Traoré wasn't just defending Burkina Faso, he was standing up for all of Africa, for every country that's ever been pushed around, exploited, or told to stay quiet. You know why he spoke out so boldly? Because silence is exactly what the world expects from African leaders. A polite letter here, a private phone call there, that's how it usually goes. But Traoré said, "That's not who I am. That's not what Africa needs anymore." And guess what happened next? His words didn't just echo in that room, they exploded across the continent. Videos of his speech went viral. People shared them on X, Telegram, WhatsApp, you name it. Within hours, millions had seen it, not just in Burkina Faso, but everywhere. In Mali, Colonel Assimi Goïta posted the clip. In Guinea, Mamadi Doumbouya said, "I'm with you, brother." Across the Sahel and beyond, people started using hashtags like "Africa will not bow" and "We stand with Traoré." This wasn't just a trending moment, it was a movement, a family of nations waking up together. Traoré reminded everyone what sovereignty really means. It's not just a word in a textbook, it's the power to choose your own path, to decide who gets access to your land, your resources, your future. For too long, Africa has been treated like a chessboard. Soldiers, corporations, foreign powers moving pieces while the people stand by, watching. But Traoré said they've kicked out foreign military bases. They've said no to deals that keep their people poor while others get rich. They've built what they're calling the Sahel Alliance, a partnership of protection, solidarity, and self-reliance. And you might be thinking, haven't African leaders made speeches like this before? Sure, some have. But this time feels different. Why? Because Africa is changing, and the world is too. Traoré isn't playing by old rules. He's rewriting them. Remember how France used to have a tight grip on countries like Burkina Faso? Not anymore. They've been pushed out, and Traoré is making sure they don't come back. His message to Netanyahu wasn't about Israel alone. It was about any country that looks at Africa and sees a gold mine, an oil field, or a place to control. If you come for one of us, you come for all of us. That was his warning. And you know what happened after the speech? Israel didn't respond. No press release, no comment, nothing. That silence said it all. They weren't ready for this kind of pushback. Western media barely covered it. Why? Because Traoré's message doesn't fit the narrative they like to sell. The one where Africa stays weak, divided, and dependent. But he's flipping the script. And every time someone shares his speech, every time another leader stands beside him, that new story gets louder. Traoré never planned to become a symbol. He's just a man from Burkina Faso fighting for his people. But now, he's the voice of something bigger. A generation tired of waiting for change and ready to make it happen. He dreams of an Africa where schools teach real history, where hospitals heal the sick, where economies lift people up instead of draining them dry. He dreams of unity, north, south, east, and west. And he's telling the world, we're not your backyard. We're not your resource bank. We're not your punching bag. If you think you can threaten us, you're in for a surprise. So if you're listening to this right now, understand one thing. This is your moment too. Traoré's message wasn't just for leaders, it was for you, the young people, the farmers, the students, the mothers and fathers. He's telling you to stand up, to support leaders who fight for you, not for foreign interests, to demand dignity and build a continent that's proud and free. Some say his words were too bold, too risky. But you know what? Staying silent is the real danger. Traoré spoke out because he believes in Africa. He believes in you. And now, the only question left is, will you stand with him?